Everybody understands that each state is different, but you don't really know how different a state is until you've worked in a state. I came to Mathematica because I thought that I could translate better what I had learned at the Maryland Department of Health to a more national landscape. And there's always little idiosyncrasies that kind of drive policy decisions or the ability to achieve good outcomes. And those are all kind of contextual things that happen in the state, and you really don't appreciate it unless you've worked there. And I think Mathematica is bringing in more of those on-the-ground policy analysts so that that context always comes forward when we offer assistance to a state. Mathematica and organizations like Mathematica are more than methods contractors. There's definite policy expertise in different areas, and that implementation support is something that you can draw from a contractor, as long as their perspective is to understand the state environment that they're working in and being able to synthesize what they've learned from other states and how that appeals and works well with other states. I think that kind of filtering process is something that organizations like Mathematica can do and help states take kind of leapfrog to where good outcomes are located and good policy lives. Mathematica has a lot of deep methods knowledge, which is fantastic, and has been very instrumental in classic evaluations. But Mathematica also has that same type of knowledge for a rapid cycle evaluation environment. So this means that you could do process improvement on the fly. Mathematica has a deep understanding of those methods and also how you apply that to the policy context. So I think there are two major changes that are going to be impacting states. The first one is the value-based payment. So those have kind of come into play recently, and I think states are going to be looking at different ways to implement those strategies within their individual state contexts. And secondarily, they'll be working with modularity, which is changing their Medicaid management information systems to work in separate pieces all cohesively together. And that's going to be a large challenge. And I think the two kind of go hand in hand in order to implement really good value-based payment reform. You'll have to have the right technology in place. We've moved in from a space of developing whole menus of different outcome measures, process measures. And now we've got to get to the point where we whittle those down to ones that align directly with a program's objectives. So in this new value-based payment, value-based care arena, looking at that menu of different measures and figuring out which ones are aligning with the specific program for the specific population. And that process is a complicated one because it's both technical in terms of what will work for what population, but also state contextually based, where like what is feasible within that state. I think Mathematica brings the measures expertise because we've developed many measures for many different populations, and we also has the state Medicaid expertise to think about how do we align that with the state.